Have you ever stopped to wonder why some folks seem to breeze through their 70s, 80s, and even 90s with energy and zest, while others don't quite make it that far? It's a question that's been on my mind a lot lately, and I bet it's crossed yours too. Today we're diving into a topic that's incredibly important for all of us, especially those of us who are enjoying or about to enjoy the golden years. We're going to talk about the surprising reason why many seniors don't live past 75, and more importantly, what you can do to beat those odds and live a long, healthy, and fulfilling life. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Genetics. It's all in the genes. And while genetics certainly play a role, they're not the whole story. In fact, lifestyle choices often have a much bigger impact than we realize. So let's get right into it, shall we? First, let's talk about the power of movement. I'm not talking about running marathons here, folks. I'm talking about incorporating regular, gentle movement into your daily routine. Think of it as WD-40 for your body. It keeps everything lubricated and moving smoothly. You see, as we age, our bodies naturally start to slow down. Muscles weaken, joints stiffen, and our energy levels can dip. But the good news is that movement can counteract all of that. Even just 30 minutes of walking each day can make a world of difference. I remember my own grandfather, bless his heart. He was a farmer his whole life, always active. Even in his 80s, he'd still putter around in his garden, tending to his tomatoes and roses. He lived to be 92, and I truly believe it was because he never stopped moving. Now, if walking isn't your thing, that's perfectly fine. There are plenty of other options. Swimming is fantastic for your joints, and it's a great way to get your heart pumping. Yoga and Tai Chi are wonderful for flexibility and balance, which are crucial for preventing falls. Even simple chair exercises can be incredibly beneficial, especially if you have mobility issues. The key is to find something you enjoy and that you can stick with. Don't think of it as a chore. Think of it as an investment in your future health and well-being. And remember, every little bit counts. Even taking the stairs instead of the elevator or parking a little further away from the store can make a difference. Next up, let's talk about the importance of social connection. This might seem a little surprising, but loneliness and isolation can have a devastating impact on our health. Studies have shown that people who are socially isolated are more likely to suffer from depression, anxiety, and even cognitive decline. We humans are social creatures, and we thrive on connection. We need to feel like we belong, like we're part of something bigger than ourselves. When we're isolated, our bodies release stress hormones that can weaken our immune system and increase our risk of chronic diseases. Think about it. When you're surrounded by loved ones, laughing and sharing stories, you feel good, right? That's because social connection releases endorphins, which have mood-boosting and pain-relieving effects. Now, I know that it can be challenging to stay connected as we age. Friends and family may move away, or we may lose loved ones. But it's so important to make an effort to maintain and build new connections. Join a book club, volunteer at a local charity, take a class at the community center, or simply reach out to an old friend. There are so many ways to connect with others, and don't underestimate the power of technology. Video calls, social media, and online forums can be a lifeline for those who are unable to leave their homes. My aunt, for example, started using video calls to connect with her grandchildren who live across the country. It's been a game changer for her. She feels so much more connected to them, and it's given her a new sense of purpose. Finally, let's touch on the significance of mental stimulation. Our brains are like muscles. If we don't use them, we lose them. Keeping our minds active and engaged is crucial for maintaining cognitive function and preventing age-related decline. Think of your brain as a computer. If you don't run any programs, it'll just sit there and gather dust. But if you keep it busy with challenging tasks, it'll stay sharp and efficient. There are countless ways to stimulate your brain. Read books, do crossword puzzles, play board games, learn a new language, or take up a new hobby. Anything that challenges you and forces you to think critically will do the trick. My neighbor, for instance, started learning to play the piano in his 70s. It was tough at first, but he stuck with it, and now he can play beautiful melodies. He says it's been incredibly rewarding, and it's helped him stay mentally sharp. The key is to find activities that you enjoy and that you find stimulating. Don't be afraid to try new things. You might surprise yourself with what you're capable of. So, there you have it. Movement, social connection, and mental stimulation. These are three incredibly important factors that can significantly impact your longevity and quality of life. We've only just scratched the surface today, but I hope this has given you some food for thought. Remember, you have the power to take control of your health and well-being. It's never too late to start making positive changes. In the next part, we'll delve even deeper into this topic and explore some more surprising factors that can affect your lifespan. We'll also talk about some practical strategies for incorporating these changes into your daily routine. But for now, I'd love to hear from you. If you're still watching, comment "Made it" in the comments below. I want to know you're with me on this journey to a longer, healthier, and happier life. Welcome back, everyone. I'm so glad you're joining me again as we continue our exploration of the secrets to a longer, healthier life. In the first part, we talked about the importance of movement, social connection, and mental stimulation. Now, we're going to delve even deeper and uncover some more surprising factors that can affect your lifespan. Let's start with the power of positive thinking. Now, I know this might sound a little woo-woo to some of you, but hear me out. Studies have shown that people who have a positive outlook on life tend to live longer and healthier lives. Think about it. When you're optimistic and hopeful, you're more likely to take care of yourself, to eat healthy, to exercise, and to stay connected with others. You're also more resilient in the face of adversity. On the other hand, when you're pessimistic and negative, you're more likely to neglect your health, to isolate yourself, and to give up when things get tough. It's not about ignoring the challenges in life. It's about choosing to focus on the good, to find the silver linings, and to believe that things will get better. I remember reading about a woman who was diagnosed with cancer in her 70s. Instead of giving up, she decided to focus on all the things she was grateful for: her family, her friends, her health, as it was, and her ability to still enjoy life. She underwent treatment, and she lived for another 15 years, defying all the odds. Now, I'm not saying that positive thinking can cure cancer, but I do believe that it can make a huge difference in your overall health and well-being. So, how can you cultivate a more positive outlook on life? Start by practicing gratitude. Take a few minutes each day to think about the things you're grateful for. It could be something as simple as a beautiful sunset, a warm cup of coffee, or a loving hug from a grandchild. Surround yourself with positive people. Avoid those who are constantly complaining or bringing you down. Seek out friends and family members who are supportive and encouraging. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself, especially when you're going through a tough time. Remember that everyone makes mistakes and that it's okay to not be perfect. Next, let's talk about the importance of sleep. Sleep is essential for our physical and mental health. It's when our bodies repair themselves, our brains consolidate memories, and our immune systems recharge. As we age, our sleep patterns tend to change. We may find it harder to fall asleep, to stay asleep, or to sleep as deeply as we used to. But that doesn't mean that we don't need sleep. In fact, we need it more than ever. Lack of sleep can lead to a whole host of problems, including fatigue, irritability, difficulty concentrating, weakened immune system, and increased risk of chronic diseases. So, how can you improve your sleep? Establish a regular sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time each day, even on weekends. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Take a warm bath, read a book, listen to calming music, or practice meditation. Make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. Avoid caffeine and alcohol before bed. If you're still having trouble sleeping, talk to your doctor. there may be underlying medical conditions that are interfering with your sleep. Finally, let's discuss the role of nutrition. What we eat has a profound impact on our health and longevity. Eating a healthy diet can help us maintain a healthy weight, lower our risk of chronic diseases, and boost our energy levels. As we age, our nutritional needs change. We may need fewer calories, but we need more of certain nutrients, such as protein, calcium, and vitamin D. Focus on eating a variety of whole, unprocessed foods, such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean protein, and healthy fats. Limit your intake of processed foods, sugary drinks, and unhealthy fats. I remember my grandmother always saying, "You are what you eat." And she was right. What we put into our bodies directly affects how we feel and how well we function. So there you have it: positive thinking, sleep, and nutrition. These are three more key factors that can help you live a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling life. Remember, it's never too late to start making positive changes. Even small changes can make a big difference over time. In the next part, we'll wrap up our discussion and talk about some practical strategies for incorporating these changes into your daily routine. We'll also address some common concerns and misconceptions about aging. But for now, I'd love to hear from you. If you're still watching, comment 2 in the comments below. Let me know what you found most helpful so far. As we conclude our exploration of the secrets to a longer, healthier life. In the previous parts, we discussed the importance of movement, social connection, mental stimulation, positive thinking, sleep, and nutrition. Now it's time to put it all together and talk about some practical tips and strategies for incorporating these changes into your daily routine. First, let's talk about setting realistic goals. It's important to set goals that are achievable and sustainable. Don't try to change everything at once. Start with small, manageable steps and gradually work your way up. For example, if you want to start exercising more, don't try to run a marathon on your first day. Start with a 10-minute walk and gradually increase the duration and intensity as you get stronger. If you want to improve your diet, don't try to eliminate all processed foods overnight. Start by swapping out one unhealthy snack for a healthy one each day. The key is to be patient with yourself and to celebrate your progress along the way. Next, let's talk about creating a supportive environment. It's much easier to make positive changes when you have the support of friends and family. Surround yourself with people who are encouraging and who share your goals. Join a walking group, a book club, or a cooking class. Ask your family members to help you stay on track. For example, you could ask them to remind you to take your medication, to go for a walk, or to eat a healthy meal. The more support you have, the more likely you are to succeed. Let's also discuss the importance of listening to your body. Pay attention to your body's signals. If you're feeling tired, rest. If you're feeling pain, stop what you're doing and seek medical attention. Don't push yourself too hard. It's okay to take breaks and to slow down. Remember that your body is your temple. Treat it with respect and care. Now let's address some common concerns and misconceptions about aging. One common misconception is that aging is all downhill. That's simply not true. While it's true that our bodies change as we age, we can still live long, healthy, and fulfilling lives. Another common concern is that it's too late to make positive changes. That's also not true. It's never too late to start taking care of yourself. Even small changes can make a big difference, no matter your age. Finally, let's talk about the importance of finding joy and purpose in life. As we age, it's important to find activities that bring us joy and that give us a sense of purpose. This could be anything from spending time with loved ones to pursuing a hobby to volunteering in your community. When we have a sense of purpose, we're more likely to take care of ourselves and to stay engaged in life. I remember talking to a woman who was in her 90s. She told me that the secret to her longevity was that she never stopped learning and growing. She was always taking classes, reading books, and trying new things. She said that she felt like she was still making a contribution to the world, and that gave her a reason to keep going. So there you have it, practical tips and strategies for a long and healthy life. Remember to set realistic goals, create a supportive environment, listen to your body, address common concerns and misconceptions about aging, and find joy and purpose in life. I hope this video has been helpful and inspiring. Remember, you have the power to take control of your health and well-being. It's never too late to start living your best life. Thank you so much for watching. Now I'd love to hear from you. If you made it to the end, comment "Done" in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more valuable content on healthy aging and living your best life after 60. Also, smash subscribe if you want to live your best life after 60.